Thank you, Matty, for inviting me to give this talk as a substitute speaker for Balvant Parekh, who could not make it to this function because he is 87 years old and not in good health to travel. So I was asked to substitute him, and also my colleague, trustee of the Balvant Parekh Center, Dev Kumar Trivedi, is with me. So both of us are here to substitute Balvant K. Parekh. He wrote out this speech, and I'm going to read it without changing anything in prepared speech. So I'm not going to add anything of my own. So here is the speech, and I have, Marty told me to take only 10 minutes. So I rehearsed, and it's exactly 10 minutes, maybe 9 minutes something. So this is the speech. Let me at the outset thank all the members of the Executive Committee of the Institute of General Semantics for selecting me to receive the 2011 J. Talbot Winchell Award, given to individuals for outstanding contribution and service to the cause of general semantics. This annual award has been given mostly to the individuals who have had excellent credentials as scholars in the field. I feel humbled in being included in the list of such distinguished persons who have received this award earlier. Perhaps my service to the promotion of the study of general semantics in India has motivated the selectors to confer on me this honor, which I accept with humility. It may sound somewhat uncanny that I had anticipated this event way back in 1945 when I was 21 years old studying law in what was then called Bombay. Now it is called Mumbai. I had visualized myself giving a speech after receiving an award. I had written down the speech and forgot about it. Subsequently, it was discovered from a pile of papers from our house and was recently published in a Gujarati journal in 2011 in conjunction with a report about my receiving this award. I am surprised by both the discovery of my 1945 imaginary speech and the news about the award of this Talbot Winchell Prize. In that speech, I mentioned that if I had succeeded in doing something worthwhile to merit the award, the credit for that success should go to those learned speakers from whom I had learned a great deal. This is time binding I was speaking about without knowing Kodziwiecki's work. Today, when I am receiving the Talbot Winchell Award in New York, I feel that dream has come true. Although I am not present physically to receive this award, I am very much here in New York in my absence. Although I am an industrialist manufacturing various types of adhesives and specialty chemicals, I continue to read all kinds of writings and draw inspiration from them. Some 25 years ago, while going through cursorily the pages of ETC, the journal published by the Institute of General Semantics, I was struck by the insights provided by the articles published therein and thought that the wisdom inherent in Kodziwiecki's philosophy, if applied properly and consciously to everyday life, can yield remarkable results. I realized in my subsequent readings of not only Kodziwiecki but of some of his followers like Prafulla, Irving Lee, and Neil Postman the benefits of that wisdom. Since I was thinking alone in that direction while being busy in the humdrum life of my profession, I did not know what effective mode should be used to communicate that spirit across the country. It occurred to me a little later that perhaps one of the ways of sharing with others the insights from the practitioners of general semantics and other allied areas was to publish periodically excerpts and essays from several sources in an anthology and circulate them free across the country. The publication of Gamtano Karye Gulal, the anthology that he brings out periodically, was the result of that thinking. The phrase Gamtano Karye Gulal, a Gujarati phrase, is taken from a Gujarati poet named Makarand Dave, which means if you get what you like, do not keep it, rather share it. That's the phrase, Gamtano Kariye Gulal, which I used as an epigraph to the first number of the anthology published in July 2003. In my preface to that issue, I quoted the long passage from Korzybski, which expresses eloquently the concept of time binding. A sentence in that paragraph runs thus: we should always remind us that we owe a debt to all of them, which you should repay by contributing in any small manner for social good. The great philosophy of sharing has been my guiding principle. In the first issue of that publication, I included 3 pieces on general semantics from Korzybski, from Harry Wenberg, Joseph Devoto. I have continued the practice of devoting a section to general semantics in each of the subsequent issues. The real impetus to institutionalize the study of general semantics in India came when I was approached by Professors Sitanshu Yashachandra and Prafulla myself, now trustees of Balvant Parekh Center for General Semantics and Other Human Sciences in Baroda, in 2005, to help the newly established Center for Contemporary Theory in Baroda through a financial support for some of its activities. I agreed to accede to the request, but wanted the new center to organize, in addition to its usual activities, some programs in general semantics for the initial period of 3 years. As part of that endeavor, the Center for Contemporary Theory organized its first national workshop on the topic Cognitive Language Skills in the 21st Century in 2007, with the expert help of 2 functionaries of the Institute of General Semantics, Steve Stockdale and Andrea Johnson. These experts not only conducted the workshop in Baroda, but gave talks in other institutions in Bombay, like the University of Bombay and the Indian Institute of Technology in Bombay. The success of these events acted as a catalyst in generating interest in the subject among the scholars, a success which resulted in renaming the Center for Contemporary Theory as the Center for Contemporary Theory and General Semantics. It was a pleasant surprise to me when Steve and Andrea decided to dedicate an issue of ETC to me, for which I owe my debt of gratitude to them. From that time on, my association with the Institute of General Semantics has become stronger, and that relationship will continue. In short span of time, from 2007 to now, we have established a vibrant forum of exchange of ideas on not only general semantics but other human sciences through the auspices of the Balvant Parekh Center for General Semantics and Other Human Sciences, which was set up in Baroda as a separate institution from the Center for Contemporary Theory in 2009. Both the institutions are running from the same premises as sister institutions, pursuing similar and complementary roles. They share in the spirit of the philosophy of general semantics, space, furniture and staff. Balvant Parekh Center is funded by Triveni Kalyana Foundation, a charitable trust floated by me and our company in the names of my parents. By establishing an independent institution for the study of general semantics and other allied disciplines under the broad rubric of the human sciences, we have not only expanded the scope of general semantics, but also have carried forward its message through academic programs and publications throughout the country in collaboration with many educational institutions in India. We have conducted several national workshops, seminars, symposia in such places as Mumbai, Pune, Allahabad, Chandigarh, Shillong, Udaipur, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar and Gandhinagar, with scholars from assorted disciplines. We thank Lance Stratt and Tom Giancarelli from the Institute of General Semantics for their help and cooperation in organizing some of these programs. Our effort to envisage general semantics within the broad spectrum of the human sciences has resulted in bringing such distinguished scholars like Fred Dalmayer from University of Notre Dame, Nicholas Mirza from New York University, Gayatri Chakraborty Spivak from Columbia University, Arjun Appadurai from New York University to Baroda for the annual Parekh, Balvant Parekh Distinguished Lecture. We have planned to bring out annually a research journal called Anekan, Journal of Polysemic Thought, the first number of which will be published during this year. I am unable to travel to New York to receive the award personally because of my ill health, and therefore have deputed two of my colleagues in the trust, Dev Kumar Trivedi and Prafulla, to represent me at the award ceremony at Kingston Club on October 28th during the annual Alfred Korzybski Memorial Lecture. I extend my best wishes to the organizers of this award function and for the success of the memorial lecture and the symposium organized in conjunction with this lecture. Thank you very much.